Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. Ready or not, let's do this. This is a ridiculously early morning webinar to get your day started off right, whether you're ready for it or not. There's a little bit of mindset, a little bit of business sense, something to get your MLM, network marketing, small business, brick and mortar, online or off, up and running like a well-oiled machine. Whether you're a newbie, a seasoned veteran, or somewhere in between, there's something here for you. Welcome. My name is Mina. I'm coming to you from New York City, out in the borough of Queens. I created this ridiculously early morning webinar to push myself out of my comfort zone and to share with you the great content that I continue to find online that I continually apply to my business with hopes of inspiring you to do the same. Let's grow into success together. This webinar always has two portions. There's a mindset portion and there's a business sense portion. Today's mindset portion is inspired by James Grieg. And he's a writer based out in, let me look at my notes. I think he's based out, he's based in the United Kingdom. And I received this email the other day and it actually touched on something that's been in my head for a while now. And I'm going to start with this question. Have you ever felt like you were never good enough, or that people are going to discover that you're a fraud? That all the stuff that you're doing is not going to be fruitful or such? You're not alone. We've all felt that. Even the best of the leaders have felt like, oh no, they're going to think that I'm a fraud. It's called imposter syndrome. James Grieg also speaks of an experience that he recently had. He's in the process of completing one of his courses on 7 things you should do before going freelance. And he was having trouble moving ahead. He found himself getting behind on his stuff. And it's because he was feeling these feelings that maybe people are going to think that he's a fraud. So first things first, you're not a fraud. You are a normal person who wants to go and pursue his or her dreams. And it's natural to feel that way, but don't let that feeling overpower you. So James Grieg in his email outlined 7 different ways you can beat this imposter syndrome. And I'm going to share that with you right now. So here's the first one, is to give yourself permission not to have all the answers. We're not going to have all the answers to all the questions that come at us. So no one can know everything. That's why we're created to work in teams and to work with each other, because we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. And so when you become part of a team, your strengths can offset somebody else's weaknesses, while their strengths can offset some of your weaknesses. So we all work together. We can't know everything. You have to understand that. The second idea to help beat imposter syndrome is that give yourself permission to change your mind every now and then. You can start with an idea that you believe wholeheartedly in, and then later, as you learn some new things, you realize, okay, I can replace this with this idea, because I used to think that this worked, but now it no longer works, and I found out that this now works. So give yourself permission to change your mind every now and then. Here's a quote from Mother Teresa that he inserted, and it said, "I've changed my mind. I did not know then what I know now." So we are continually evolving in our knowledge and in what we learn and do, and especially in this day and age that so much information is available to us. Give yourself permission to change your mind every now and then. The third thing to do to beat the imposter syndrome is to remember that saying, "I don't know," gives you more credibility. Like number 1 states, we can't know the answer to everything, and all the questions that come at us, we can't find the answers to. But we can go, we don't know the answers to, but we can go and find and search for those answers. So if you don't know an answer right away, don't feel bad about saying, "I don't know," because that actually gives you more credibility. And that's what James Grieg writes about. It gives you more credibility to say, "I don't know the answer to that question, but I will definitely find out for you." And so we learn something new together. Number 4, to help you beat imposter syndrome is to keep a journal of your successes and your failures. And think about this. Your successes will help boost your morale and motivate you to keep moving forward. But looking at your failures is not a reflection of who you are and who you're destined to become. Looking at your failures will help you reflect on what went wrong. Okay, something did not go right here when I tried this. What went wrong here? I missed a step here. So next time when I do this again, I'm going to do it this way and I'm going to do it better. So your failures are there not to beat you down. Your failures are there to help you reflect on what went wrong and to find creative ways to do it better so that you continue growing. Number 5, the 5th way to beat imposter syndrome is to watch your language. James Greig writes, words like only, just, unlucky, when you use those words, might be a clue that you're underestimating your abilities. So I did a video yesterday about 4 ways to stay super motivated. And I believe that yesterday that was part of the topic of the mindset. You can say words like I am unstoppable, I am productive, I am resourceful, I am creative. Because the words that come out of your mouth are powerful. They have power. They go back into your 2 ears and they feed your brain. So if you're using limiting words like only, just, and lucky, or I will try, that's what you're feeding your brain, and that will hold you back. But if you use more powerful words and empowering words like I am this, I am unstoppable, I am creative, I'm resourceful, I am successful, that is what you're feeding your brain. And when you keep feeding your brain those powerful, empowering words, your brain is going to give you creative ways for you to be unstoppable, creative ways to be creative, to be resourceful, to be productive, to be anything that you want to be. And number 6 is to remember that it's okay to seek help from other people. Go ahead and seek help from people who are more successful than you. Go and seek help from people, seek mentorship from people who have walked the path that you are walking right now. And when they see that you're hungry and that you also want what they already have and continue to seek, they're going to lend you a hand. They're going to advise you. They're going to tell you what you need to do. And they will also help you avoid the pitfalls and the mistakes that they ran into by giving you specific instructions. So remember that it's okay to seek help from other people. And those are just 6 ideas provided by James Greig. How to be of this webinar, we're going to move into the business sense portion. And the business sense portion is an article I found on entrepreneur.com. 4 ways to create instant connection with customers. Now, this is not limited to your small brick and mortar business or if you have an online store. It also works very well with your MLM, with your network marketing, with your affiliate marketing when you start to generate leads and you start to connect with people. And the first way is to tell a story. Now, stories are gripping. People love to hear stories. When you see in nurseries or kindergarten, when the teacher says it's story time, all the kids gather together because they want to hear a story. Stories make you connect with the characters. So see here, the first thing to create an instant rapport with customers is to tell a story. If you are selling a product, like say a weight loss product, you can tell the story behind that product. Yes, my loved one here was about to undergo a serious surgery for their digestion, and they started taking said product, and they've noticed that it started to help them lose weight, or it made them not want to eat the stuff that they're not supposed to be eating, and as a result, okie dokie, just a moment here. I don't know if I'm still... Okay, something happened with my computer and I thought I got disconnected, but it looks like I'm still on. Yes, I'm still on. Okay, So I was telling you that the first thing to connect with people is to tell a story. Like, let's see what story I can. Oh, I told you a story yesterday about a person who I really admire. He's one of my mentors who is unstoppable. He loves what he does. He teaches. He's a health practitioner in homeopathic medicine. So he had recently injured his foot, which could have derailed him and not allowed him to go give a conference that he was supposed to give. But he did not let that stop him. Fortunately, even though he injured his foot, he didn't have to get put in a cast. It could not be put in a cast, but he had to wear a shoe. So with that shoe on, he traveled to where he needed to go to give the conference that he needed to give, and it was a very successful conference. And because he has trained himself to be unstoppable and be passionate, he's very passionate about his work. So that's the first thing you need to do to make instant rapport with customers, to tell a story, to inspire people. The second thing you need to do to grab your customers' attention is to grab their attention with visuals. We love pictures. So if you write a blog post, it will more likely to get read if you put an enticing picture. I don't know if enticing is the correct word, but if you put a picture that captures their attention. Like yesterday, I wrote a blog post about what I spoke about yesterday, 4 ways to be unstoppable. And I created a little meme. And I don't know if you've seen that meme somewhere, where there's this little stick guy, and he's holding like something that has like fire on it, and he's like this. And I put the words, "I'm unstoppable." And that got more engagement to my blog post because I put an image there. So if you want to grab somebody's attention, even if you're posting on Twitter or Facebook, create a meme or make a little picture, because that we think in pictures. That's why Pinterest and Instagram is so popular, and even Snapchat. They're so popular because we love pictures. We like to see images. And that is the second way to grab your customers' attention. The third way to appeal to customers' attentions is to appeal to their emotions, appeal to our emotions. So looking at my notes here, they say human beings like to look at faces. That's why video is very, very, very engaging, because people are seeing people's faces. You get to know them. You get to look in their eyes, and you get to know who they are, and you get to see their true persona shine through. And here in my notes it says, if you view images of people in your email marketing, it stimulates the amygdala and piques the viewer's interest. So appeal to people's emotions using people's faces. I've seen ads on Facebook. When they have a person's face, they get more reach. It reaches more people because there's a face of a person there. And so if you're creating ads for your business, you can go to istockphoto.com and you can buy stock photos, and they have really great pictures of people's faces with different expressions. If you want to use an expression where somebody's frustrated because they can't get ahead in their business, and you can buy photos like that, and that appeals to people's emotions, because people out there are looking for better ways to earn a living, or they want to work from home. So, and you have the answer out there. So to get your foot in the door so that they can take a look at what you have to offer, you have to appeal to them, appeal to their emotions, and using images of faces that appeal to those emotions is getting one foot in the door. And the fourth and final way to connect with customers is to choose the right color. So there's a lot of science in our relationship to color, and here you have to think about the types of colors that you use in your ads. Like if you put a border around a picture of your ad, that draws people's attention to that, because red means alert or urgent, so that will draw the attention more to what you have to offer. One of the leaders that I follow, the Bluesman, had taught about when you create thumbnails for your YouTube channel, for your YouTube videos, if you use the color red, that is going to draw more attention to your video than to everybody else. And so if you have like a red background and you put a picture of yourself and you put the title to your video, and if you put it in the Google search, like on, say if people are looking for how to set up their YouTube channel, and there are many videos in YouTube on how to set up your YouTube channel. But if your video appears among those search results, and your thumbnail has a red border or has a red background, that is going to draw the eye more towards your video, and it's more apt to get clicked on and your video gets viewed. It also says here that yellow activates the anxiety center in the brain, if you use yellow, which is useful if you're trying to motivate a reader to take urgent action or create a don't miss out mindset. So if you want to use yellow, you can use yellow to get people to take action. Blue builds trust. If you use the color blue, it builds trust. Imagine Facebook is blue and white. So they're trying to build trust as a social media app. You can come here and you can engage with your friends and you're in a safe atmosphere. So they use the color blue. And banks use the color blue a lot because blue builds trust. If you look at your checkbooks, your checks are in blue. Blue builds trust. Let's see. And as I spoke, red stimulates the flight or flight response, can actually increase blood pressure and heart rate, plus it focuses our attention. So as I said before, using red to border your thumbnails or to create a background for your thumbnails for your YouTube videos is going to draw more attention to your YouTube videos. Or if you want to create ads, consider using the color red to draw more attention to your ads. So that is the end of our business sense portion to this ridiculously early morning webinar. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, I'm looking away. Thanks for stopping by on today's episode of Rise and Shine, Ready or Not, Let's Do This. If you enjoyed the information I provided you today, give this video a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel so that you're updated when new videos are uploaded. I will also leave the links to the articles that inspired this Hangout, and you can also reach me on my blog, and I will leave that information there below as well in the description bar. Have a happy Tuesday, folks. See you tomorrow, Wednesday. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thanks again for stopping by. This is Mina of Rise and Shine, Ready or Not, Let's Do This. Have an enjoyable Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Bye.